On the first day I start to see that my life is already completely different. I start to value this and my family. That's why I had a good marriage in my life, and I'm very happy to see my children grow up in a very good way. And having a very beautiful family, I started to understand that life is a story, and then I'm here to tell you. While we say goodbye to the people who will be at our wedding, and my husband and I are fine and I'm broke with the children. And we had a worker who took care of my work. And she is very fond of my family. And I started to appreciate the Finha Familia, and I started to guide. And after the day she found my son fell on the road, my son started to get sick. And then he ate. And when my son comes back, when I see that he is still in the house, he spends the whole time crying. And then I started personally guiding the house. It's nice that he's opening. And when he fights I feel very happy because she is already feeling better. And he started to sleep while he's sleeping, so let me enjoy doing other things. And he wakes up when I'm in the kitchen washing dishes. And in the meantime he plays with phosphorus and he starts to play with lighting fire. When the fugue started to take hold I thought I was home for good. While the fire was on he started to criticize. I thought he was making out with her sister. While the fugue started to really start, I was already realizing that something was wrong that was happening here, and then I started to go out to see where this was happening, and then I saw that it was my daughter who was playing with the fugue alone. He started asking for part of the house and the dining room, and I started screaming. And my daughter stayed inside, and then I lost him and my father, and they came out soon, and I was shocked by that. And I no longer knew what my husband was going to say. And then when I saw my husband sucking inside the house. And then I started thinking about the first day we met. And a day that you will never forget your little life. And he no longer has the strength to go to work, and I'm the one who makes him wake up out of bed. After those days we started opening every day, and he said that it was me who killed the child. And then the other son started crying and I started crying too. He left the room and went to bed. And then I started having problems. And then I went to the hospital and they told me that it was just a cut on my leg that I had the day I got married. I caught the fire. And then he comes back again and the doctors will start telling me that I have heart problems. And then I think about 2 children, one of whom is dead, and how the other is going to live without me. And I also think about our marriage and I wonder what happened to my life. And when I came back from the hospital and we started opening again. And my husband tells me that I have to go. And then I thought about killing myself to be with my daughter. And my little girl comes out of the window. And broke the glass of his father's deer. And then we decided to look for our son, and when we entered a store his father had a woman working in that store, and then I was shocked by that. When he saw it he was already thinking about having 2 children, and I didn't say that I saw the baby. I was seeing her sister that day. It was the day I will never forget. And then he went to the hospital to consult me. And when I voted home, I also started to think about both of us, what our lives were like. When I found my son, I was already feeling pain in my heart, and then I started to feel very strange. And when I left I ended up losing energy and I fell, and that was the end of my life. And now it's me mother who's lost. Before it was my sister now, and you're the one who's going to be a mother. I still remember the first day I saw my little sister, how legendary she was, and the next day she died as a mother. The boy started sleeping outside because of the loss of his mother. Sleeping in the woods, and luckily for him, his father was there looking for him and ended up finding him, and the explosion ended because of that. And it was great to be with you. We were in the other video.